Ooh, butterfly. I like the butterfly in the foreground. Do you like the butterfly in the foreground? I hope you like the butterfly in the foreground. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Hey guys, this is Reich the Storm. Welcome back for more Let's Play Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. In the last part, we actually just started the game and we woke up in the doctor's office and learned that we were saved from the forest by someone named Mimai. So we're going to go look for Mimai in this episode. But first things first, I'm going to introduce, or get interrupted by somebody who's going to do it for me. Hey, wait. You must be the guy they found unconscious in the woods. How are you going to make it as an adventurer if you keep fainting during your travels? Oh, you want to pick a fight? You want to pick a fight? Huh? Talos wants to pick a fight. Do you want to pick a fight? We're having a battle in this game. We can make you our first. Okay, no, he doesn't want it. Anyway, what he's going to explain here is, what's it called? This blue flower. This blue flower is a save point of the game. So basically, you step into this blue flower and press A, and you can go to save your progress. So I'm going to go ahead and save in slot A real quick. Can you follow? Yes, I will. So, that's what the saving is like. And also you'll notice that there's this other option called Visit the Church. Well, that doesn't really do anything for us right now at the moment. I'll get into what that does later. So for now, I'm just going to keep going to the left over here to keep going on. And here we are over on the right side of the screen, even though you can't really see it.
You're the one Mimai saved, right?
And we get interrupted by a boy with something, and he apparently knows Mimai, so we're gonna find Mimai, right? Are you Mimai, or...?
Glad to see you're up and walking around.
Whoa. Is this him? Her? Mimai? Is this who brought me here?
Yep. This is Mimai, that little blue thing on the ground. Mimai
really
is something
cool.
called a Greythorn, I believe, or Greyhorn, whichever it was. I believe it was Greythorn. The game will prove me wrong later. If that's the case, that's Greyhorn. But anyway, these are creatures that are throughout this world.
He's way smarter than all the drunks you see around here. And helpful, too.
I like this kid. Even though his voice acting sucks.
Well, thanks, Mimai. I owe you one.
Squeaky. Anyway, this is Mimai. Anyway, Greythorns are very common throughout this game, and they're all over the place. So they are a kind of special creature in this game. Well, I don't know, they're just everywhere. They're a kind of species in the world. I won't get into too much detail about them, but for now, this is Mimai. Let's say, not to you, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to this thing. I want to talk to Mimai. Alright. Is Mimai he or she? We'll never know. I still don't know. Anyway, going over here... You know what? Let's go over here. Why not? If I could actually go in there without breaking the wall. Anyway, here we are inside of a barn house. And just because I can, just to show off someone else's, let's talk to this person right here.
Oh, you must be a traveler. I'll bet you're from Furcat, right?
Nope.
Isn't this village boring? I mean, there's nothing to do here. Oh, how I long for Furcat, ancient capital of stone, jewel of the East, city of my hopes and dreams. Outsiders might not see what's so special about a small city on this frontier island, but I can hardly wait each week for the day when we sell our wares in the city. One of these days, I'm going to run into a lord in the street, or maybe a young wealthy merchant. Then our eyes will meet, and it's love at first sight. Oh, how romantic. I can hardly wait.
As her wings spread. Is that some kind of a... Oh,
Stop
shut
it.
up.
You're daydreaming again. Such silly thoughts won't get the cows milked. Even if you do run into someone like that, heaven knows what he'd do to a country girl like you.
Yeah, there are a lot of assholes out there. Trust me.
He'd play with your head and leave you the moment he finds another young girl.
That's the least of your worries,
Just
shit.
because we have wings doesn't mean we should be fluttering on such childish dreams. Plant your feet firmly on the ground and take careful steps, slowly but surely.
You talk slow.
That's our way of life in this village.
I know, but everyone likes to flutter on about romantic dreams at my age.
All right, honey. You can dream all you want, once you've finished your chores.
Work. What a drag.
Yeah, welcome to my world. Sort of, more or less. I guess if I have time to be doing Let's Plays like this, I don't have any chores. Anyway, I just wanted to show that for no real reason. Doing that doesn't really do anything for you in the long run. But going out... Now let's go over... Sure, why not? Let's go over here. In this building, this is just a regular household, but you know what? Rule of RPGs. Sniff around people's houses and you will find stuff. So, there's something in the drawer. Which means it's ours for the taking. We plan to obtain a Dark Flare level 1 Magnus. And there's nothing in here. So basically, yeah, rule of RPGs. Go around people's houses and you will find free stuff. Okay, anyway. So right there we have a Dark Flare level 1. This is not a Magnus we can use yet. Well, I'll get into the battle system and whatnot later, and like deck constructing later, but for now, yeah. Not really gonna get into that. Yeah, so go over here, and we will go into the mayor's house. Sniffing around, obviously, before I talk to the mayor himself. You know, before talking to him, let's jack some of his stuff. Yep, there you go, Fireburst level 1. You just find random stuff in the mayor's house, and Mayor's right there, and he doesn't give a shit that you're taking his things. Yep, gotta love the RPGs. Let's talk to him. Oh, you're finally awake! Yes, sir. I guess I have caused you some trouble. I let my guard down, and then, well, sorry about all this. Yeah, it looks like when you cause one person trouble in a small village like this, cause a lot of trouble for a lot of people, doesn't it? Well, he's being nice for now, because there's nothing really wrong that we did, or whatever. Basically, he's telling us not to go near Moonga Forest. So, yeah, apparently some hideous monster lives in those forests. And you know, when you get things like this mentioned in an RPG, usually it tells us, let's go to that forbidden area. I don't know why you'd want to do it, but you have to because of RPG log. Okay, shut up, I'll shut up. How many times have I said, I'll shut up? Is that becoming my catchphrase? I'll shut up. Is that it? Oh well. Anyway, going over here, and you know, over here we see this one girl over here who has a lot more detail than any of the other characters. Which means she's important, but that's not what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go for this dude.
Good day to you. Don't let the rural surroundings mislead you. We only carry Magnus of the utmost quality.
So this guy is a sales pitcher for
a Magnus
this
is
shop right here.
By extracting the Magna essence.
But whoever hired this guy was an idiot because he talks slow and annoying, and he's not very much of a sales pitcher, whatever.
How would you feel if you?
Anyway, but he does explain something interesting. Basically, within this world, you take things, any like inanimate object, and seal it into a card called a Magnus. In this case, it's a sword that kind of broke, you know.
Am I right?
Anyway, so things are stored in cards in this game. From weapons to food to anything, any sort of inanimate object fits into a Magnus card. So it makes carrying things a lot easier, so this kind of solves the problem of where the heck do RPG characters carry all their equipment? In this case, it's all stuffed in cards, so yeah, there you go.
Our Magnus are as fresh as can be.
Look, the Echo FX is covering your dialogue box, okay?
Believe
we don't
me,
really care what you have to say. Anyway, let's
coming.
skip over this guy because he served his purpose. Anyway, so basically what this is, over here is a shop. And here in the shop, obviously, you can shop or rest your wings. Well, shopping is like buying and selling stuff. And resting your wings is like staying at an inn, except staying at an inn, spending the night, is free. So it doesn't cost you any money to do this. Basically, because you don't really need to use this very often. And let's go to the shop, and then I'll go to buy. We have 120 gold, which is a really weird amount. Okay, sorry about that. My freaking, what's it called, messed up. Anyway, what I did was, I bought these shish kebabs over here. Shish kebabs allow you to recover HP outside of battle, but not in battle. They're kind of a staple to help you heal before boss fights and whatnot. So yeah, they are one-time use, but they are useful. Anyway, let's go over here and talk to this girl in the red. Because she obviously has more detail, and she was in the opening, so she must be important.
Are you a traveler too? I came to see the ancient ruins in the woods near here. How about you?
Well, what do you know? We were told not to do that.
Me? Well,
So this girl is gonna go do something that we were told not to by the mayor. Sounds kind of fishy, don't you think? This guy whispers something in her ear, and
I have to go.
she has to go. As she walks around me all the way over to Mimai, and
Bye, little guy. See you, Mimai.
we don't even get her name. And these weird guys in a blue and red dress, I guess.
I have a name, you know. C-E-D-R. Cedar.
Oh my gosh, minor character boy has a name.
They're crazy, huh, Mimai? Why bother going all the way down there just to see some stupid old ruins? Nobody in this village will even go near those woods. They say it's cursed or something. I hope they don't get jumped by wild animals out there, like someone else did.
Oh, sick burn on Callus.
yeah, really. Ancient ruins in Moongao Forest, eh? Why don't we go have a look ourselves?
What are you? Never mind. Anyway, so in the end, RPG logic states that we must go find those stupid ruins. So let's do that. We can actually have some battles going, shall we? Let's go.
Alrighty. Let's go have a look at Moongao Forest, shall we? I'd like to check out those ancient ruins. The villagers seem to have a fear of the woods, but I think they're making a big deal out of nothing. Mere superstition, I tell you. Hey, relax. You won't catch me off guard this time.
Alright, so we're heading off to Moongyle Forest. And here we have a world map. This is the continent of... I am an idiot. I can't remember this for some reason. Sadal Sud. Okay, so Sadal Sud map here. Anyway, world map. It's not much of a world map. You just kind of walk around like this. You won't run into enemies out here if this cloud would stop blocking my character. Anyway, over here, you can go to anywhere that has a yellow arrow over it. My little triangle thing over here. So right over here is Sevelrai, where we just were. Over here is Nunki Valley, South End. Well, we have no business at Nunki Valley. We had business at Moongyle Forest. So we can go to Moongyle Forest now. Press A. And here we get some cool intro here of Moongyle Forest. Welcome to Moongyle Forest, guys. But here's something I have to say. Look at this place. It looks like a freaking painting. It's freaking awesome. It's like walking into a canvas, you know? It's pretty cool. That's why I like this game. This game has some of the coolest graphics I've ever seen on the GameCube, and it's just really cool. Anyway, over here we have some enemies. And this game has no random encounters. It's all contact encounters. So let's go ahead and fight. Because we've all been waiting for this, right?
Time to party.
Alright, so getting into battle here. Here we have the basic of basic enemies. These are like the Goombas of the game. These are Sharas. They're little flying enemies, and as you can see, in the top right corner we have our character's health, Callus. On the right side we have how many cards are in our deck, and in the bottom left hand we have our hand. So we have 3 cards in hand. 2 of them are highlighted. One of them is, you can't really use the highlighted cards. Anyway, basically by pressing L you choose your target among enemies. By pressing R you choose your target among allies. In this case we only have Callus, so we can't do much here. So I'm going to choose a Shara here. And when you battle, basically you choose up to 2. At this point in the game, you choose up to 2 cards in your hand to attack with, one right after the other in a combo. So right now my short sword here is highlighted, so I can use that. To select a card, either press A, which isn't really recommended, because of how the cards work later. Or you can tilt the C stick in the direction of the number on the card. In other words, say the 6 is in the top right corner, so I tilt my control stick C stick towards the 6 on the control. So I'll do that. I actually drew into a saber, so let's go with that. So right now we only have a 2-hit combo, but there we go. Slash two slashes, and he's done. And here we have the damage calculation screen. Top of the screen shows you what you used to attack, and then it shows offense, which is how much damage you did total. Defense is what they defended with. In this case, the Sharwa didn't defend with anything, so it just took full damage, and the result is 18. And then amount of HP is recovered, nothing. So total is 18 damage, and the final damage is 18. So pretty basic. So with that, the Sharwa goes down, and now it's the enemy's turn. And right when the enemy approaches you, you can use a defense card, which is highlighted. In this case, was the leather jacket. These cards are divided mainly into uses for offense and defense. In this case, the leather jacket was for defense. So when the Sharwa attacked, I was able to defend against its attack with the leather jacket, which has a defense of 12, while the Sharwa only has an offense of 4. The resulting damage is 0. Alright, simple enough, right? So it's back to my turn, and since I have a saber in my hand, I'll go ahead and use that. See how much damage that does, and as you can see, that wasn't enough to kill him. So it goes back to the Sharwa's turn, and I have a buckler to defend with, so let's use that.
Is that all you got?
Kind of getting that feel for it? Alright. So let's see, I now have a short sword in hand and another short sword, so let's just hack and slash away here, shall we?
Yeah.
And there you have it. Those are the battles in this game in a nutshell.
That was way too easy.
My thoughts exactly, Talos. At the end of battle, you will be given an opportunity to pick up items. In this case, I found the short sword. You can only take one item you found, though, so I'm going to go ahead and take the short sword because it's the only option. Even though normally I don't want a short sword, but... Anyway, that shows off the basics of battle, and I'm going to cut the recording real quick, so I'll be right back. So, now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and go... There's a treasure chest, but there's an enemy in the way. You know what we do with it in that case in RPG? Run into it and kill the enemy, or just miss the enemy altogether and just get the treasure chest. These are the treasures in the game. Open it up, and you will find Voice 1 Magnus. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, anyway, over here we have the Sharwa. Let's try... Can I fight you? Please? Where the hell are you? There you are! Let's fight these two Sharwas. And let's just show this normally.
Whoa!
Why not?
Whoa!
These Sharwas will die from like 2 hits of anything you have, so... Okay. As you can see, this bamboo shoot is a healing card. Basically, normally what you do is target your ally, and then use the card to heal yourself. As you can see, you can throw it at an enemy too. In other words, you can throw your healing cards at the enemy. Not very smart though, so you gotta be careful about that, what your cards do. So let's go ahead and use a longsword, short sword, whatnot. Longswords are the strongest cards basically in your arsenal, except for one card, which is like your super card. That's because that did 22 damage opposed, but that's 16 I've been doing earlier. Anyway, that concludes that.
Loser.
I'll be showing battle. I don't know how many battles I'll actually be showing, but anyway, now that I have a few more Magnus, I'm going to show the deck ending. So let's go to Magnus and go to deck. On the right side here is the deck you have. On the left, there's cards you have that aren't in your deck, and the highlighted cards are the only ones that you can put in the deck. So in this case, I have this round shield card I want to use, but I only have 20 cards. I already have 20 cards in my deck, which is the maximum so far. So what I'm going to do is go up to this buckler I have, which only has a defense of 8, take that out by pressing A, press L to go over here, and then press A with the round shield to put it in the deck, because it has 10 defense, opposed to the 8 that the buckler had. Make sense so far? I don't know. Kind of rushing through it, but anyway. Introducing how to edit a deck is kind of boring. So, let's go ahead and go further into the forest. And here we have the introduction of another enemy. This is an Unuk. Back in the day I used to call it Unuk, which is kind of a bad. Yeah, anyway. Let's go ahead and chop this up. Okay, I'm going to... So here's something new we're going to introduce. Notice how the numbers I did was 3 and 2. That's a 2 straight. It kind of works like the hands in poker. Okay, anyway, that's what I call a combo, or what the game calls a combo. Basically, that's what those numbers in the corner are for. If you make sure the numbers go in order, whether it's forward or backwards, like 1, 2, 3, or like 3, 2, 1, the result will result in a thing in the bottom of the screen that says 2 straight, and you will deal something % extra damage. Another way to get a combo is to have like the same number, like if I had 2 2s and it'd say, you know, 2 pair, or 1 pair of 2, or whatever it was. So, yeah. That will result in you doing extra damage. I mean, it doesn't do very much extra damage at this point in the game because you don't have very many attack points. But later on, you can start doing massive amounts of damage just by comboing cards together with these numbers. Also, you can do this the same way when defending. If your opponent attacks with 2 or more cards, or your opponent attacks with 2 or more attacks, you can defend with up to that many cards. And you can actually combo with those and get straights and pairs and whatever. So you'll combo and take less damage from your enemy's attacks. It's a very handy system, which is why I recommend using the C-stick when you start so you can actually manually choose the numbers that you want to use. So when you end up getting cards that have more than 1 number on them, which you won't see for a while, you can actually choose between those numbers and deal different kind of combos. As you can see, the Unuk is a bit tougher than the Sharva, surviving that attack. As you can see, I have nothing to defend with. Now, when I do that, as you can see, the offense was 21 neutral, 2 fire, so yeah, I took the full 23 damage, but if I wanted to, I could have thrown any old card out there, even if I can't use it for the attack, and I would basically discard a card to search and draw the next card of my deck. By doing this, I can shuffle through my deck and hopefully draw into a defense while I'm taking its attacks. It's not necessarily that great of an idea, though. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes you'll have to like. Well, let's say you're going with a 5-card combo with defense, or with defense, and you know, you kind of go 1, 2, 3, and then you run out of defenses, and you throw any old card out there to so you can draw your next card, and then say your next card's a 4, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, because you have the dud card in there, your whole combo cancels, so you won't get the prize bonus at the bottom of the screen. I just thought I'd bring it up. Okay, so it's my turn. Let's go and do a 5, 6. This is another combo, so I'm going to be doing some extra damage. See, 5, 6. And my combo was, again, 2 straight, so plus 13%. So my offense would have just been 16, but because of the bonus, went extra 13% and did 18 damage instead. Very handy later in the game. Even though right now you're only doing like 2 additional damage, which isn't much, but
Sorry,
for this early in the game, it's actually pretty good. Yes, I will take that bamboo shoot, because bamboo shoots are good. They're recovery items. And over here in the corner over there, there's a card, treasure chest thing, so
I'll roll you up.
I think I'm going to start cutting battles now. Or rather, let's just bring up the point down here. 6. 6. And there you go. See, it said 2 cards, so yeah, there you go. It did extra damage. Just because I had 2 cards with the same number. It works that way too, opposed to just, you know, straights, which are kind of hard to get sometimes. Oh man, if I had a 3-hit combo, I'd be able to go 1, 2, 3, but I don't, so I'll just go 1, 2, I guess. And Shara never stood a chance.
Loser.
Well, leather vest, we can't use this, but let's take it anyway. Might be useful by another party member we're gonna get maybe soon, I don't know. Hint, hint. And we got a leather hat, another card we can't use. I wonder if we're gonna get another party member. Maybe. Over here we have another treasure chest. As I matrix avoid this Shara, and it's a bamboo shoot. Nice. I'll take that. And I run to the enemy. Okay, and I got the saber, and let's head out. So there's another enemy over here. Let's see. Okay, I'm fighting it.
Time to collect the loot.
Okay, here we have something different. This is a constellation magnets. You will these are scattered throughout the game for a side quest. There are, I believe, 50 in total. So here's one. This is Bella. These are dropped by the Sharas. I will do my best to collect every single one of these in the game and show you guys where they are. So here's our first one, Bella. You get these by taking down Sharas, and they'll drop it at random. In this case, you will automatically get it, and if you had another card you could have picked up from the battle, you would pick that up as well. So anyway, here's our first Constellation Magnus. I will be keeping track of how many of these we have, and what we can do with these later, I will show you. Anyway, right up ahead here, we're going to have another thing happen. You know, this video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to cut it here. So next time on Baten Kaitos' Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean, we will continue through the Moongao Forest. I will see you guys then.